Hi everybody, welcome to episode 60 of the Inspired Knitting Podcast. I'm your host Bobby and I am coming to you from Northern Ontario, Canada. Today is Thursday, October the 7th, 2021. I would first like to start the podcast off by welcoming any new viewers who may be tuning in for the very first time. Welcome. And to all my returning viewers, welcome back. This is a podcast mostly about my knitting adventures. There is spinning in there and sometimes crochet. I don't crochet as much as I used to. But yeah, there's lots of fibery fun. So if that's your thing, this is your podcast. So yeah, it has been a minute since I last spoke to you guys. It's been well over a month. So much for wanting to keep up with the bi-weekly podcasts. Life has been good and touchy. I am dealing with some personal stuff that I'm not going to talk about today, but yeah, it happens. But I am here today and I do have some exciting stuff to share with you. There will be some finished objects. There will be some works in progress, some stuff that I have been actively working on in the last month. And there will not be any spinning today. I did finish my, my bat that I got from Rose of Akara Yarns. I did spin up the singles for it and I have started to ply it, but I chose not to bring it with me today because I feel that the show is going to be pretty full and I will be having my very first shop update for my project bag. So if you follow me on Instagram, you will have saw that I launched Sweet Comfort Designs, which I will give you a little backstory on Sweet Comfort Designs because I hold it so dear to myself. I started this whole venture into knitting and crocheting. I'm gonna say it was about 12 years ago. I think it was a little over 10 years ago that I started uploading videos to YouTube here. But I started knitting because I wanted something to do with, like, physically with my hands, not just sit in front of a computer. And I used to read a lot, but I just wanted to do something with my hands. And I asked my mom to teach me the basics of how to knit, and I could not get it, guys. I was just terrible. But I did pick up crochet, and I crocheted a lot. And then I wanted to learn how to knit. I thought if I can crochet, then I can knit. So eventually it happened. But my mom and I kind of created our own business called Sweet Comfort Designs. We were making up hats and like baby stuff, baby sweaters and that for people. So we decided to create Sweet Comfort Designs. So yeah, it's slightly changed now. I do still knit stuff for people, but I primarily am using Sweet Comfort Designs for my project bags now. But yeah, Sweet Comfort Designs was created by me and my mother, and she passed sadly 7 years ago. So I am continuing on the tradition of the business name in honor of her. So yeah, just thought I'd give you guys a little backstory on that. She was a big part of, well, she never came on the podcast. I tried so hard to get her on there, but you would hear her say hello and stuff. So I know a lot of you would always comment and say hi to her and stuff like that. So if you've been around for that long watching my videos, thank you, thank you, thank you. I gladly appreciate all of you. So, okay, I hope that it's been great where you are. We have like a second summer happening here. We've had about 4 days where it's been like 21, 22 and full sun. It's glorious and I love it. I've been outside a lot, soaking it all up. Today is supposed to be the last day of it, and then we're going back into the rainy, gray days, which I don't really care for, but that's to be expected. Anyways, today I am wearing my Simple Hug, which is a pattern by Cozy Up Knits. I knit this out of This one is digilpin, which is a DK weight. So the cardigan, it is a cardigan. It's kind of hard to tell. The cardigan is knit with DK and a strand of mohair. So I did, digilpin is a DK weight, so I held it double with a strand of black mohair, which is Prolana. And then this one here is Polka Dot Creek, which is one of my favorite colors by her. This one is Lilac Bush. And I held this one double with a mohair by Shirley Bryan, and I can't remember the colorway name of that one. The black that I chose to put in between is just Cascade 220. And then this lighter color here, this one is, oh gosh, I can't remember the name now, the designer or the dyer's name, but I remember the colorway name is My Motorcycle Mama, and I held that with also a strand of Shirley Bryan mohair as well. So yeah, I've showed it off before. It's one of my favorites. I do love to wear it, even though I curse and cuss the mohair all the time because I have washed and blocked this, but it's still leaving fluff balls all over. Oh well. I said I was not going to ever knit a sweater with mohair again, and that might be a lie. Of course. Anyways, so I highly recommend this pattern, guys. I haven't cut all these or weaved in. I think a big part, definitely weave your ends in as you go, either with a tapestry needle, or I used the Weave and Steven method. So if you don't know Steven West, you can search him here on YouTube. He is a wonderful knitwear designer. He actually has a video how you can weave in your ends as you're knitting, and that's what I have done. I just haven't trimmed these ends. It doesn't bother me. So anyways, I would highly recommend that because there would be a lot of ends for you to weave in, and that might be very overwhelming at the end of the cardigan. But I absolutely highly recommend this pattern. It is so cozy and comfortable. It does have 3/4 length, or in my case, it comes down to my elbows. Yes, it does come down to your elbows, I believe. I wanted to do 3/4 length, and then I just decided to follow pattern. So it's really great when you join it's worked bottom up. When you join your sleeves, which is a 3-needle bind off, you only got to do that much ribbing, and then that's the extent of your sleeves. So it's a really super fast project. It's a great stash buster as well if you wanted to have fun with your colors. I love the cardigan. The only thing I will say is I kind of wish I put full sleeves on it because I am always cold, but I kind of wanted this cardigan to be for days like this where it's warm, but if I was outside, I couldn't wear it. It's too hot, but it's for the days that are still, you know, kind of, they're warm, but still kind of cool. So I wanted something that wasn't going to be overwhelmingly hot. But sometimes I wish that I had put full length sleeves, so maybe I'll just have to knit another one and put full sleeves on it. I don't know. Okay guys, enough rambling. I am going to go on into what I have been working on. So I'm going to start with finished objects first. So this one is something that I just finished yesterday. It just came off the blocking mat actually. So I wanted to do a toque for one of my neighbors, and he's a lovely gentleman, and he's going through some stuff right now too. So I decided, you know, he's a guy, you obviously can't knit him a prayer shawl or something like that. So I thought a toque would be very fitting. So I went online, and I always tend to go for the bankhead hat, and I don't remember who the pattern is by, but it is a free pattern on Ravelry, and it is a great pattern. I love it, but I wanted to try something different. So I had the Oslo hat in my queue by Petite Knit. Sorry, I'm still picking fluff balls off of it. So the Oslo hat by Petite Knit. and I thought that it looked very interesting. It has a doubled brim on it. I think you can see where I joined. So it's a very cool construction. I don't want to give it away, so I won't, but it is doubled, and you do seam in your cuff or your brim here, and then you just knit up and decrease at the top. And it is a very, very lovely hat. I love it. There are 4 different sizes, so it is a DK weight pattern. There are 4 sizes to the pattern, and I think I chose to do the medium size, and it is absolutely perfect. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to steal this one for myself because it is really, really awesome. And I just love the double brim. It does take a little bit longer because you gotta knit much longer to fold it up, but it is so worth it. So yes, I love it, and I'm gonna definitely be knitting another one. I do have some Cascade 220. This is Cascade 220 Superwash. So it's a DK weight pattern. 220 is technically a worsted yarn, but I find that the Superwash runs more on the DK weight side. I find it thinner than the 220 non-Superwash. So gauge worked out fine for me. But yeah, I love this hat. It is beautiful. But I do have a skein in navy gray, and I was thinking of knitting myself one of these out of that. But I used a whole skein. I used a whole skein and a little bit to finish off this hat. I was up in the decrease sections and I had to break into another ball. So I don't know what I'm going to do just yet for myself, but there's definitely going to be another one of these. So I think if you wanted to do the larger size of the hat, it probably is written in the pattern for the yardage, but I had 220 yards and I had to break into another skein to finish the top. So, but I did this second largest size as well, so I guess that's to be expected. However, it's a gorgeous pattern, highly recommend it, and I think you guys will be definitely seeing another one of these very, very soon. So that is the Oslo hat by Petite Knit. I just love her patterns. She is an amazing designer. Okay. So the next thing that I have to share with you guys today is a little pair of mittens that I made. And funny story about these, I ended up making 3 of them. So I can't remember if I shared with you my last set of mini skeins that I had gotten from Pip and Pin, Megan Decker, but this was one of her mystery mini skein sets. And I'd like to say that it was from August. I can't remember. But there's a pretty teal color or aqua color that came with the set as well. So when I saw the set of minis, I thought it would be perfect to make my little niece a pair of mittens with. I thought the colors would just be adorable, so that's what I did. So I pretty much just used the World's Simplest Mitten pattern by Tin Can Knits, and then I just put in a nice little chevron pattern on the front just to add a little something fancy. So, funny story, there is a left and a right mitten, especially if you want to do a pretty design on it. If you don't want to do the design, you don't have to worry about that, but I didn't account that into effect, and I ended up making 2 left mittens. So I have a 3rd one. So I'm debating whether or not I want to make up another mitten and just set it in my little box of gift knits, or I just gonna take it apart and put it in my blanket. I don't know what I'm going to do just yet. But anyways, I really, really like them. I think they turned out great. They are toddler size. Tin Can Knits, if you are familiar with them, their patterns go from baby all the way to adult sizes. So I chose to do I suppose it would be the smallest size in the pattern, which is toddler. I don't know, can't remember. Anyways, there we go. I love them, they are super cute. So there is that. And then I decided that I was going to continue on my mitten kick. I got on a real kick with when it came to mittens. Laura's mom, my niece's mom, who is my best friend Shelby, she asked for some mittens, so I kind of went on a mitten binge and made more mittens. So I ended up making Laura a hat with my hand spun that I had did. This is the Corriedale that I had spun up, the Ashford Corriedale. And I knit her a little toque. I showed it maybe a couple episodes ago. So I decided to use the rest of the yarn up to do a pair of matching mittens. And it's really cool because you can see how it goes from the bubblegum pink more into like a darker pink. And then you can see how this mitten is primarily darker pink, and then it gets into the more like a light pastel pink. So I really love hand spun. I think that the hat is primarily that, but that's okay. I hope she'll like them. But they're nice, super warm mittens, and this is again the tin can knit pattern. And I also made another pair. I do not know what this yarn is. I ended up getting this last year in a destash, a yarn destash. All I do know that is it is an acrylic yarn, and I really, really loved it because of the jewel tones, and it really gives you that hand spun look as well. So it is a worsted weight yarn, I do know that. World's Simplest Mittens. And I had enough left over from the ball that I decided to do a little matching toque to go along with it. And you can see all the different colors in that skein. It's so pretty. And I just made a little pom-pom to go on top. Super cute. So, yep. The hat pattern, I think the hat pattern I used is Tin Can Knits as well. It's their barley hat, the worsted weight one. There is two. There's barley light, which is a fingering weight, and then there's the worsted barley. And I just followed the instructions for the worsted barley, but I didn't do the garter ridge section in it. I just did plain stockinette. So yeah, there's that. So that's primarily what I've been working on. I've just been in the frame of mind for small things and simple things, nothing complicated, and it's been a real treat. I've enjoyed it very much. So now my niece is going to have some warm fingies for this winter. Mama's already knit her a couple pairs too, so I'm jealous. I need to knit more mittens. Okay, so I have two more things to show you. These ones are faux. I still have been knitting on some socks. It hasn't been as much as before, but I still am gravitating towards them. This is a new one that I started. This is the Peppermint Garland sock pattern by Dana Ray Makes. And if you do not follow her, you should. She is on Instagram. She has some of the most beautiful reels. I love them. And she has some of the most beautiful sock patterns. So I have talked about her a lot. I know I'm probably fangirling, but I really love her. And I just love her patterns that she comes out with. You can change up the colors and do anything you want with them. She did hers kind of in a Christmas themed, like kind of Christmas colors, peppermint garland, and I decided to use mine as a Halloween version. So the yarn that I'm using is from my, oh boy, I think this might have been August Yarnable box. And I think the color was, color of the month was called Sweet and Sour, if I remember correctly. And it's a very beautiful orange that has some pinks in it, and it's just so, so pretty. So I decided to use some black and do the cool little stripy designs. And this pattern may look hard, but it is not hard at all. Super, super simple. And I just love how the colors played together and are working throughout the sock. It is just simply gorgeous. So in the pattern, I believe she does use a heel flap and gusset, which is what I have done here as well. It just fits my foot better. And of course, I have my beautiful Progress Keeper from Grizzly Knits with the crow on it. This was one of her fall stitch marker sets, and I love purple, and I just thought that was adorable. So that's adorning my beautiful socks right now. So that is the first one, and I know this is finished objects, but I am going to show you the second sock. I haven't gotten, actually I don't even think I casted it on. One second here. No, I didn't. But I will show you the yarn really quickly because, okay, it is Sweet and Sour, Yarnable for August. And I don't know if this video is going to get up today. I will try my hardest, but if you follow Cheryl of Hypnotic Yarns, who does do these boxes, Yarnable is open for subscriptions today. So I will, like I said, I will try to get this up, but do get yourself on the waiting list because yeah, it's opening up today and there are limited spots. So if you miss out, don't be discouraged because she does open it up a couple times a year. I do know that. So if you manage to get a spot, you're very lucky because this box is such a nice treat to get every month. So yeah, Yarnable. There we go. And here is the beautiful, beautiful yarn. I absolutely love it. Cheryl's yarns are very beautifully done. I don't think there is one colorway of hers that I do not like. It is beautiful. I do monthly unboxings of my Yarnable, so if you're interested in that, you can check them out on my channel. I say it all the time, but it truly is one of my favorite subscription boxes. I have tried a couple others, and I do not like them as much as I like Cheryl's. She has some of the best goodies, and like I said, her yarn is just amazing. So yeah, the yarn is nothing, black yarn is nothing too special. It is just a Prolana black superwash. Nothing too interesting, but yeah. So that is my Peppermint Garland sock by Dana Rae Makes. Sorry guys, I don't have show notes today. I'm just winging it here. Okay, and I have one more faux. So I have been working on another pair of socks, and I have the first one finished. So this one here is just a scrappy sock, so I put together a bunch of colors, and I really love how it's turning out. So I'll try to remember my colors here. So the color that I'm using for my cuff, my heel, and my toe, and you know, middle stripe there, this is the Northern Pearl, which is my local yarn store here in Timmins, Ontario. This is her superwash base, and the colorway is called Queen Charlotte, which is this beautiful purple that has some different tones in there. It is absolutely stunning. I love it. The second color here that I've striped in, this was a mini Polka Dot Creek, and this is called Pink Lemonade, or electric lemonade. Can't remember now. But I think it's pink lemonade, but it's that one here. I really love that. And then we have this one here. This is also Polka Dot Creek. I think it's just called Lilac. It was also a 20-gram mini that I had gotten with my Lilac Bush sock set from Polka Dot Creek. And then this one right here, which is another favorite. This is Yarn Ink, I believe. And it's Mum's the Word. I believe it is Yarn Ink, I believe. But I do know it's called Mum's the Word. So yeah, it's just a fun stripy sock. I did a 2x2 twisted rib. I did an afterthought heel. And all I'm doing is when I change to a new color, I'm just slipping one and knitting one just to create, you know, a little something extra. So yeah. There's that. And I did start the second one. So I have it here in one of my favorite bags. This is J. Hendry Designs. They are beautiful bag makers and yarn dyers from Barrie, Ontario, Canada. Do check them out. So I did start the second one. And that's how far I am now. You can see the pink stripe right here is where I put my scrap yarn end for the heel. So they will be done in no time. So yeah. And I got my cute little progress keeper here. This is a Whimsy and Sassy charm. And she is a local polymer clay stitch mark maker from Ontario here. I just love her designs. So I put that one on there. I thought it was cute. So just to give you a better idea of the colors, that is Polka Dot Creek, Pink Lemonade. I would like to say that I was smart enough to put the tags in here, but I know I didn't. Oh, wait a minute, there's a tag. Oh, Lavender Lemonade. So, Polka Dot Creek. This was a 20-gram mini skein, so Lavender Lemonade. I love this color. So pretty. And I know that there is no tag for this one, but this is Mum's the Word. I believe that is Yarn Ink. I have a full skein of it. I'm just using it on different things. Polka Dot Creek. I believe this is just Lilac. And then this is the Northern Pearl Queen Charlotte. Love it. So that's what I've been working on there. So I should have those done fairly quick. Okay, so that's all I have for finished objects. So I'm gonna go now on to works in progress. Okay, so where to start? Okay, I think the first thing that I'm gonna share with you guys is I decided to cast on a blanket. Now I did have a like a granny stripe crochet blanket on the go, and I'm just using, like, I started off by using my Hypnotic yarns. I was getting a 50-gram skein every month, part of a Patreon thing that I had set up. So I had started the blanket in anticipation of just using those yarns, and then I just started putting any minis, fingering weight minis, into it. So over this course of the summer, I hadn't worked on it at all. I might have put a couple stripes on it, but I kept thinking of a knitted blanket just because I like the fact that it's more, there's no holes. So anyways, I was looking over a couple different patterns, and there's a lot of people that do different versions. And I saw the northeasterly blanket, and that one kind of caught my attention. And there was a couple that caught my attention, but in the end, I ended up going with the Stitch in Time by Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears. If you do not know who the Bakery Bears are, they have been around for a while, and they are the most adorable husband and wife team. I love them. And they come out with some pretty awesome patterns. So Kay come out with this wonderful pattern where you do these mitered squares. And the cool thing is I started down here. So you're starting with one mitered square, and then you just keep working off of them. So these are not separate. You do not have to sew all these together. They are worked together. So once you finish one, then you pick up stitches to start the next one. So you do 9 of them, and then you pick up and do your border, which is knitted on. So if you notice here, this side, this edge are thicker than here. That's because this is going to be one of my outer squares. So this is going to be one of my corner ones. Your borders for the inside are a little bit thinner. So yeah, I didn't mess up my rows. That's just how it is. So I decided to knit my borders on as I go, just because I didn't want to knit all of these 9 patches and then have to do all the borders. That might be overwhelming, and I definitely did not want it just to be thrown aside and not worked on. So yeah, I'm just using a bunch of random minis that I have, or fingering weight yarns that I just have sitting there, and I'm trying to keep the colors coordinated. So this one is the one that's in my sweater here. So this is Motorcycle Mama. This one here, I believe, is Old Soul Fibers. This would be Rose Quartz, I think. Gonna have trouble remembering all of these. This is Lilac Bush by Polka Dot Creek. This one here is Hunter's Moon by Cozy Posy. This one is also Cozy Posy. I believe this is Witchy Woman, I believe. This one down here is Pip and Pin. This one I got from her mystery sets, but it is not Pip and Pin that dyed it. This is just one of the minis. I actually don't know then, because I can't remember. But I want to say that it's like, I'm not going to say that because I don't know. But anyways, I don't remember this one either. This is a Polka Dot Creek one as well, from one of her Halloween bouquets. And then this one here is Shady Locks by the Northern Pearl. So yeah, I am just picking out random minis. I have a bag set aside where I'm just putting in my scrap fingering weight or any minis that I have been getting, and I'm just trying to color coordinate them. And yeah, the white is Barocco Ultra Sock, I believe, which it is a superwash merino fingering weight. So I am just using that for my borders. But yeah, I absolutely love this pattern. It's been a very relaxing knit to work on. It's mindless, not hard at all. So I very much enjoyed this. So that is just sitting on the side. It's a long-term thing, and that's okay. But yeah, so I have it in, this is just a bag that I got from the Northern Pearl. Don't know if you can read that. Knitting is my kind of thing. Totally is. So I just got all my minis and that in here. Let's see, I got, this is the Northern Pearl. I ended up doing a swap with her for the Imagine Landscapes Mystery Gnome Along, which I will be showing you shortly. So we did a little swap of minis for it, and she ended up giving me 4 minis to choose from. You only need 3 20-gram. So I chose my 3 and I put the 4th one in my bag here for my blanket. But this one is Polka Dot Creek. I think it's called Gold Change or Gold Coins. I can't remember. Very beautiful. This is the peachy color that I put in the mittens from Pip and Pin. Again, Pip and Pin does not dye these. They're just mystery minis that she puts together, mini skein sets. This again, Polka Dot Creek. These are all 20-gram minis. I don't remember what this one is called, but it is so pretty. And let's see what else. Oh, this was the 5th mini that I got from Polka Dot, or not Polka Dot Creek, Pip and Pin, from the mittens. Where did I put them? The mittens. So these were the 5 colors that you got in that August mystery mini skein set. So there's that one. So yeah, I just got a bunch of random ones in here, and I'm just putting them all together. Just putting them all together for a blanket. So yeah. So if you're interested in that pattern, that is again Stitch in Time Blanket by Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears. Okay. So there is that. And because I mentioned the gnome, I'm going to share the gnome right now. So, like I said, this is my very first one I'm doing, so that is exciting. But Imagine Landscapes, this might be the 7th mystery knit along. I've never followed it before, so I am not 100% certain. But I do have one of her patterns in my library, and I've had it there for a good year or 2. It's got these beautiful cables on the hat and the body, like the sweater of the gnome, and I really want to do that one. So, and I never have. But I decided, I saw that she was doing a mystery gnome along, so I decided to join. And I was visiting Angela of my local yarn shop, the Northern Pearl, and she loves gnomes. She's obsessed with gnomes. So when I found that out, I was like, maybe we should do a swap. And she was ecstatic about it. I was ecstatic about it. So I ended up picking out some mini skeins, and I made a little bag for her. And yeah, we did a swap. So I posted a picture on my Instagram of the beautiful package she gave me for this for the knit along, and it came with this super cute bag, knitting with my gnomies. I love it. It's just adorable. And so yeah, the purple mini skein that you saw was one of the 4 colors that she dyed up for me to use in this. So these are the other colors. So I chose to use the teal because I really love the teal. And she dyed up this beautiful orangey gold color. And then contrast 3, they can be anything you want, but mine is white. So there's my 3 colors that I'm using for the gnome. And yeah, so I got that in here, and I don't know, yes, they are in here. Just one second. So here is the tag, the Northern Pearl, and it is All Work and Gnome Play, MK Mystery Knit Along 7. So I was super, super excited that not only did we do a swap, but it was her hand-dyed yarn. I love her hand-dyed yarn. And she also gave me super cute stitch marker. There's actually 2 of them of little mushrooms. Isn't that cute? I just love them, so I have been using them and I just adore it. So I think there's gonna have to be more gnomes in my future. Just love it. So thank you, Angela. I absolutely am enjoying this. So if you are by any chance doing the mystery knit along, I am slightly behind, only by 1 clue, I think. I have completed, what I have done here completes clue 7. I have to do clue 8, and I believe the last clue, there's probably one out today, but the last clue was dropping tomorrow, October the 7th. Oh, that's today, isn't it? Okay, never mind. Last clue is dropping today. But for any chance you are knitting this and you haven't completed clue 7 and you don't want to be spoiled, then you can look away. But I'm about to show it. So here's my gnome. This is the mystery number 7. And how cute is she? I'm probably going to get her name wrong. It's Norin, I think. Super cute. They do give you a couple different options for her. So, and this is just the order that I put my yarn in, and I'm happy with it. So you do start off with the hat. So with the hat here, you do have the option to do the garter ridges like I have done, or you could do a knitted welt. So the welt is not hard at all. It's just stockinette stitch and it's just folded. I'm not a huge fan of tacking down or sewing stuff. You don't have to sew it, but I have a hard time. I can never keep my stitches in the same, like you pick up from a row below. I can never keep it in order, so I'm always wavy with it. I just decided that I didn't want to do that, and she gives you the option of just doing garter, so that's what I did. So yeah, you have this really cute I-cord that you can do whatever you wish with it. She gives you an option, and that's what I went with. I chose to swirl it around the hat and tack it down. It's got this cute little flower that you attach, and then you pick up for the body and you finish her off. So I have her hat and her body is nicely stuffed, and I also put a some rice inside to keep her from you know, just falling over. Only problem is every gnome has her own character. Mine is a drunken gnome because when I put the bag of rice inside and I was finishing it off, my bag of rice shifted to one side. It was in the middle, but it had shifted. So now when she goes to stand up, she kind of wants to tip over a bit. So yeah, that's okay. Every gnome has her own little characteristics. So anyways, I really love her. She's cute. I do know what clue 8 is. I'm not gonna say it just in case, like I said, you don't know or you don't want to be surprised, but I am going to be working on her and getting her completed, and I'm so happy. I'm kind of already planning to do her again because when I see this, I think of a Christmas tree. So I'm kind of thinking of doing her in Christmas colors and making her a Christmas one as well. That'd be cool. It's already started, guys, the obsession with the gnomes. But yeah, so this is Imagine Landscapes, Mystery Gnome Along number 7. So, and this is all fingering weight yarn. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. So yeah, that has been what I've been working on as well. And I really have been enjoying the knit along because the clues are not overwhelming, and I find that you have no problem getting them done in time Usually there is a day's rest in between clues dropping. So yeah, I think it's really, really fun, and it's not time consuming at all. It's just a very relaxing knit, so I do recommend checking it out. She has lots of other gnome patterns as well, and I might have to knit a couple of them. Okay, let's see what else I have been working on here. Okay, so I didn't show this last time on the podcast, but I did take a picture of it on Instagram and promised that I would show it. So this is being housed in my bag by JoJo, Cozy Up Knits, representing, love them. And inside here, I was gung-ho on this project. I was all about sweaters and I just flopped. Like I said, I've been wanting fingering weight yarn. I've been wanting super simple. Not that this isn't super simple, it's just stockinette now, but I don't know. I just want fingering weight and simple. So I haven't worked on it probably for about a week or two, probably 2. But I showed the yarn when I spoke to you guys last. I had gotten some birthday yarn from my bestie Shelby, and it was Briggs & Little Heritage in the forest brown colorway. And if you are not familiar with Briggs & Little, it is a real rustic yarn, and it is a very nice rustic yarn. Some might find it scratchy. Sometimes I find it a bit scratchy, but I don't know, to each their own. But as soon as I saw this colorway, she had shared it with me before, and I thought it was just so beautiful. So when she sent it for my birthday, I was like, okay, I gotta cast it on right away. So here's the color before I go any further. It's just a very beautiful color. So she sent me 4 skeins of it. Normally it's worsted to Aran weight yarn. Normally I need like 6 balls, and I ended up going on to Yarn Canada, and I ended up finding this color. This color is kind of hard to find, so I ended up ordering 2 more skeins of it. So I was looking around online and I thought, what can I knit? I kind of wanted a cardigan, so I found the Felix cardigan by Amy Christoffers, and she also has the Felix pullover as well, and I thought it would be perfect. So this is what I have so far. Kind of hard to show, but I did split for the sleeves, and I am like that far from the underarm. So it does work up really quick because, like I said, it's worsted Aran weight. I've just kind of flopped on sweater knitting lately. But one of my favorite things about this sweater is the raglan detail. It's got that beautiful lace. I'm trying to show it in a way that you can really see it. But it's got this beautiful lace on the raglan. And I think it's just so simple and so beautiful. I like the way that the cardigan wears. I think it will be a very nice piece. Like, how pretty is that? It's so nice. So I am slowly working away on this one now. Hopefully I will get it done soon. I just haven't been wanting to work on anything big, which is fine. But it is a very enjoyable knit, and I could definitely see doing this cardigan again. I think it's a nice staple piece for the wardrobe. So that is the Felix cardigan by Amy Christoffers. And here is the yarn, Briggs & Little Heritage. And this is the forest brown colorway. I just love the different colors, like the different tones. It's so beautiful. So yeah, that is something that I have worked on in the last few weeks. So there's that. And I'm going to share one more thing with you guys today because I did get a lot of progress done on it. So I started this project back in the spring, and it was my jig shawl by Stephen West. I have a few of Stephen West patterns in my library, but I have never knit any of them. And I was like, okay, it's time that I did. So Jamie and the girls over at Cozy Up Knits, they have done the Vertices Unite. They have done the jig shawl. I think they've all knit of Vertices Unite. And I know Jamie did a beautiful jig shawl. So of course I had to cast one on. Well, I casted it on and then it got hot, like summer started, and I just put it aside because I didn't want to work on anything like that. So it kind of just sat there, and when we started having the cooler, damp days again, I thought, well, it's time to bring it back out. So I did. So I don't even remember how much of this shawl that you guys saw when I did show it, because I honestly do not remember. But I have gotten quite a bit done on it now, so I'm just going to start from here. This is not where it starts, but I've gotten all of this done. So that is what I have so far. So this shawl is very interesting, and it is simple. It might look complicated, but it's not. It's just all garter. So if you love Garter Island, this is the shawl for you. But it starts off with this square or triangle here, and then you just pick up stitches and then you knit off of it. Pretty cool. So it's interesting. Like I said, this was the one you started with, so you're leaving live stitches or putting your stitches on waste yarn and coming back to them later. But it's very, very interesting, and it's actually a lot of fun. So yeah. So this shawl here, when I was thinking about colors, I thought I kind of want something darker because I like the darker colors. And I had seen all my Cozy Posy yarn. You know, I love Cozy Posy, and she's a dyer here in Ontario, Canada. I just love her stuff. And she has all those dark, moody colors that I love. So I looked at all the colors, and yeah, so this is my Cozy Posy shawl, and I'm super excited. So it is fingering, the shawl is fingering held double, and then there is one part of it where you're holding fingering. You might be holding fingering double with a mohair, or just fingering with a mohair. I can't remember, but I believe that will be your final border. Mohair will be on the final border, I believe. I don't know yet. But anyways, so that's what I'm doing. So this is fingering held double. And I will not be able to remember all the colorways. I know that. I think this is called Flamingo. Again, this is Cozy Posy. This one here is one of my favorite Cozy Posy. This is the one that I have my black mohair held with. And this will be my border at the very end. That's what I chose. This is, I believe this is Witchy Woman. Hunter's Moon. You saw that in my square. I don't remember what this one is called. I want to say Walnut, but I don't think so. I can't remember. This one here is Toasted Marshmallow. Absolutely beautiful. But anyways, this is going to be my Cozy Posy shawl. I wasn't sure if this one worked, but I think it does. I like it. So that's primarily going to be my color choices for this shawl. And I'm just working away on it. I haven't picked it up in the last couple weeks. Do I have another one in here? This is another Cozy Posy one. I don't know what the colorway name is, but I do believe this is a 6 skein shawl, and I'm not following it the way that he has it written. He has it nicely charted so that you could pre-plan your colors on how you wanted to do it. So you need 6 skeins of fingering and 1 mohair. And like I said, only one of them goes with the mohair, and that does your border. You are holding fingering weight double, but I believe you're mixing up these colors throughout the different sections of the shawl. I chose not to do that, and I wasn't exactly smart. I didn't use the chart to figure out where my colors are gonna go. I'm just kind of winging it as I go. But when I choose a color for a square, I'm just using that color solid. I just want these colors to shine through for what they are. I don't want to mix them and marl them. So I needed 6 skeins, so I put this one in here as well. This is Cozy Posy. So that will most likely be going in it as well at some point. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's awesome. I think the reason why I haven't touched it in a couple weeks is because I had accidentally messed up, and I don't know how. You knit the sections for a certain amount of rows, and then you put them on waste yarn when you need to go on to the next section. So I don't know what I had done, but one of my sections didn't line up properly, which kind of bugged me, but I would have to go all the way back to like the 3rd section to fix it. So I was like, I don't care. I'm just gonna go with it. So I don't even remember now how I messed this up, but regardless, I fudged it. I made it work, and it's just gonna be whatever. It will work in the end. But yeah, so I think there was that, and then this section here that I just started now, I have to go back to the very beginning and pick up my stitches again, because apparently I was doing the decreases wrong. So I think I kind of just got discouraged by that and set it aside, but I will definitely be picking it back up because I really love this thing and I can't wait for it to be done. So this is the Jig Shawl by Stephen West, and you do got to check out his patterns because they are amazing. They're very much out there. He chooses to use lots of color and they can be a little too much, but I do encourage you to check out the project pages because a lot of people take the pattern and they can tame it down and use, you know, natural colors, or it works. And I think that you can do the same. So if you like the pattern but you're discouraged by the colors, check out the project pages because his patterns are just beautiful and amazing, and they're very well written. I definitely want to do more. So yeah, I am enjoying this one, and I look forward to getting some more work done on it. Okay, so that's all I'm going to share with you today for works in progress. I'm going to go now on to a little bit of stash enhancement. It's very small. And then I'm going to move on into the shop update because we're already running at an hour here. So I already posted a picture of this on Instagram a couple days ago. Angela of the Northern Pearl, she put together a fall mystery box. So this box includes a choice of 1 skein or 2. I chose to go with 1 skein this time. I kind of wish I would have gotten 2, but you get a skein or 2 if that was your option of yarn, and then you got some goodies in the box as well. So I really love it when she puts together mystery boxes. She did one for her 2-year anniversary, which I shared with you guys. She puts such amazing stuff in there, and her yarn is incredible. So I've already been into the box, of course, but she gave this cute little skein cozy, which I absolutely have been enjoying. It's I don't know what the material is, but it's like a stretchy material, so it hugs your skein very nicely. So I've already been using it and I love it. So that was included. And then she also included some festive, spooky stitch markers. Let me get that down. So we got like a witch's hat, we got a little ghost, and we got like a little candy. How cute is that? So I've already been using that. It came packaged much nicer than that, but I've already been using those. So it came with that. It also came with 2 packs of tea. There was a maple apple cider tea, which was really good. And there was also a pumpkin spice tea. That one was also really good as well. So they're already gone. And let me think. I think that was the extent of what was in the box. But now the yarn. It's absolutely gorgeous. Angela's dyeing is very, very beautiful. I love her. I love all her colors. So the Northern Pearl. This is on her merino sock, which is an 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and the colorway is Fall Mystery. And I just love that section right there. That's so pretty. I love it. I have no idea what this is going to be just yet. I kind of wish that I had gotten the 2 skeins to do a shawl, but I don't know what it'll be just yet. So it's just sitting there in my stash and I'll think of something. She did give a little card with like some recommendations what you could knit with it. So I might look at that for some ideas as well. But yeah, that's the extent of the stash enhancement. I did end up getting a Halloween bouquet from Polka Dot Creek. It's a bouquet of 10-gram mini skeins. I don't remember. I think there's 10 of them that you get. So I did get that. She has the most beautiful yarn bouquets of mini skeins, and because I am doing this blanket, it's I want all the mini skeins. So Polka Dot Creek is one of my most favorite places to look for yarn, especially when it comes to minis. Shelly does a very wonderful job, and if you're watching, Shelly, hi. She does have a brick and mortar store in Adrie, Alberta. Super, super jealous. I really want to move to Alberta. I'm not lying, guys, but I really love her stuff, and yeah, it's really fun to not knit up and see all these colors come to life. Okay, so we are gonna go into the very first shop update that I have done on this podcast. So if you did not know, I sew bags, project bags, and I have already posted some to the shop. I am going to share them with you today, but I have a couple new things that I'm entering. So I've been playing around with some different ideas and designs. Currently, right now, I'm not going to show what I'm doing, and I'm not going to give you any details until more become, but I have an exciting collaboration that I'm going to be doing with Tracy of Grizzly Knits, and I am super, super stoked about it, and I cannot wait till it comes through to see it come to life. But it is going to be a winter themed collaboration that we're doing, so I'm not going to say any more about that, but I have been busy at my sewing machine with that, and it has been a lot of fun. So shop update. Since I've opened the store, there hasn't been one, but there's just going to be a couple little things that I'm adding. So one of the things that I'm adding is this little snap bag. These are perfect for socks, and like I said, they are lined inside. There's no pockets or anything, but it is perfect for skein of yarn fingering. I guess you could put DK or something a little heavier. I haven't tested that, but it's perfect for a sock. So I figured I would give some snap options as well to see what you guys thought about them. And I have also made some zippered ones as well. So these could be used for notions pouches or socks as well if you wanted a smaller bag. But this one is zippered. Again, it is lined inside, no pockets. So there's that. And I also made some with the fabric that was left over. I made some DPN cozies. So if you use DPNs, I have seen people put circular needles in, like magic loop, in these as well. I don't know how that works. I've tried to make it work. They just fall back out. But if you use DPNs, I still do. So these will fit your 6-inch DPN needles. If you want longer, you could just send me an email, and I can custom make them. But I just do the 6-inch because I think that's the more common size. I'm not sure. And then I have 2 in this beautiful pattern as well. So these are all interfaced, so they're a bit stronger. I am working on a different fabric holder for your magic loop as well. So I'm pretty much a perfectionist when it comes to stuff like that. So I'm not quite happy with them yet, but I'm working on it. So once I get those done, I will show them. So these bags will be going up in the shop. I will probably have them up by tomorrow, October the 8th. So I will post on my Instagram as well. And then I have these cute little bags that I put together. These are sock sacks as well. This one is Halloween themed, and it's got the cute little drawstring at the top. I love the way it ruffles, and it is lined inside. No pockets. Again, it's a sock sack, and I got 2 of those available. So those will be posted in the shop for tomorrow. Now these ones have already been up in my shop, but I decided, since I've never done a shop update here on the podcast, that I would share them. So I got 2 of these bags. These are my smaller bags, so they could be for socks or smaller projects. They do actually have a lot of room in them, and all my bottoms are boxed on these. This one is zippered, lined inside. No, I didn't put pockets. I choose not to put pockets in a lot of my bags because I find, especially when it comes to smaller bags like this, pockets just end up getting in the way sometimes, and they take up space, so I just choose not to put them in. These ones do have fabric handles. These are pretty much both the same bag. The only difference is there's 2 different zipper options. There's one that's white and one that's peach. So we got that. And I really love this print. Got this drawstring one here with the blue flowers and bumblebees. Really love it. This is my medium size. Again, did I put pockets? No, no pockets. Just a simple drawstring. And I have another one here. The only difference is this one has got different interior on it. So there we go. And this one is also new as well. I have some plaid fabrics that I will be putting in the shop. This one has got the, I don't know what you call this. It's not a fabric handle, it's the handle material. Like I said, I don't know what you call it, but so I got that on there. This one is zippered. No pocket. So yeah, I will do some bags that have some pockets because I do know there are people that like them, but these bags that are going up in the shop will not have pockets in them. Like I said, I will introduce some in, and I am working on some different styles, different ideas, and yeah. So if there's anything, I will link my Etsy shop below. If there's anything that you would like to see, if you like different handle options, or would like to see a specific print if I still have it in stock, but you'd rather have it in drawstring or zipper, you can send me a message and I can see what I can do for you. I don't mind that at all. But yeah, so I'm super excited to start this new venture. I have been messing around with my sewing machine for a very long time. I'm not calm with it like I am my knitting. My knitting is my zen. I can just zone out from the world and knit. But with my sewing machine, I've gotten a lot better with it. I've been sewing since I was 16 with a machine, but gets on my patience a little bit. But I'm gonna say for the last couple of years, I've really been getting back into my sewing machine, and I've really been enjoying making bags. And so I thought I have had my friends, they've gotten some bags from me, and some other people, and they've been encouraging me to post some to a shop. So I thought, why not? So we are going down that road, and it has been fun so far. So I will leave the link below where you can check it out. And yeah, like I said, if you want to see some different options, just send me a message and I can either try to custom make something for you or try to bring it into the shop. So yeah, that is pretty much all I have to share with you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me. I am going to try my hardest to come back in 2 weeks' time. I really don't like leaving for a month because it ends up creating a longer episode, and I just like coming to visit more often. So I'm going to try my hardest to be back sooner. But yeah. I didn't mention at the beginning of the episode, but all show notes can be found below in the description box. I always leave detailed show notes with links to everything I've talked about today. There will be the link for my shop, where you can find me on the internet. You can find me on Instagram as Inspired Knitting Podcast. You can find me on Ravelry as X Country Girl 1986X. I am trying better with keeping that updated. So yeah, there's a link tree on my Instagram as well where you can find Tea for Two designs. Me and my friend Shelby, we do designs over there. We have a couple designs up. We have a cowl and a hat. Yeah, life has been happening for both of us, and yeah, it just hasn't been happening, but keep a watch out there. You never know, there might be something that that comes out, and if so, well, it'll be on Instagram or here. So yeah, anyways guys, I am going to get outside and enjoy this gorgeous day before it disappears. I hope you guys have a really great week. Keep a watch out because I got a tag in the mail that my Yarnable box is going to be here either today or tomorrow. Pretty sure it's going to be here today. So I will get another video posted of the unboxing for that. So that is always uploaded here on my channel as well. So if you like this video, please comment. I love hearing from you guys. I got an email from a viewer, Lionel. Hi, Lionel. He wanted to know if he could share a project picture with me. And I do not mind at all, guys. If you want to share things with me, or a project that you saw that you really like, or a pattern you saw you really like, don't be afraid to share it with me. I love hearing from you guys. I'm pretty sure I always leave my email posted below, so I'll make sure I put it down there. But send me a message via email, or message me over on Instagram, and I will probably won't answer you right away, but I will eventually answer you. I love hearing from you guys, so don't be afraid at all. Anyways, have a great day. Have a great week, great weekend ahead, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.